Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Welcome to your reading for the new moon that is happening in Gemini. It is happening on June 17th to the 18th, depending where you are in the world, at 26 degrees and 43 minutes. Lots to say to you here. This is one of those new moons, like the last one we had in Taurus, and like the one we're going to have in your sign, that is taking us through the decade, and then they get back to like normal length. So there is some really big strategic, in really knowing what we want in our heart space energy going on right now over the course of the next few months, and so really, really focusing in on that. I am becoming a better version of myself every day. Ooh, I like it. I do not have to prove myself to anyone. Okay, I am becoming a better version of myself every day, but I don't have to prove it to you. I just have to know it. And so there's about stepping into your own sense of confidence and self-worth and self-value and self-esteem. Venus moving into Leo is really emphasizing that right now. She's there until October 10th. Join me on Facebook. We're really working with her energy over there to see how we can use it. Link for that's in the description box below. So here we go. My future is an ideal projection of what I envision now. This is the new moon. So overall, you are becoming a better version of yourself, but you don't prove it to anyone. You know that you are. And you're doing it through this. You are projecting into the future what your idea is, what your ideal of what it is that you want to manifest to become. And so there is a need to really create a vision of what it is that you want the outcome. And the outcome needs to be around a feeling around yourself. It's so far out, right? 6 years. Please don't limit yourself by it has to look like this. It has to be this particular make, model, or whatever of something. No. What you want to do is, what do you want to feel, right? Especially when you're Cancer. That's an excellent way to use the energy. What do you want to feel? You want to feel joy, successful, loved, loving, lovable, whatever that is. That's what you're holding on to. And the path to get there is a little obscure right now. I have to say that it is a lot about trust right now, but knowing what it is you want to feel in the end. And so we should all be moving toward trying to create, manifest, and bring joy into our lives. That's what's really coming through on this. And so there's oh, this one deck's a little difficult for me. And I told Spirit when they said that was the one they wanted to use, you need to make it so I can understand what you're trying to say. Because in the area of opportunity, they threw this card at you, the loss. And that is the standing there and watching the ship sail off into the sunset. But look, it comes with discovery. It's discovering the gem. The opportunity is to let something sail off into the sunset because you're discovering your own true value, your own true worth. That whatever it is that you are willing to really let go out of your life as you are making these changes, right? I am becoming a better version of myself. So whatever it is that you're releasing and letting go, it's because it no longer serves you. So this doesn't mean it's a loss of a person or a relationship or a job or anything. It feels more like it's the loss of feeling tied down to something that is holding you back because you are about to discover. He's got this diamond here, huge diamond. You are about to discover something truly of value, and it's you. I guarantee it's you. And so you're on a journey of true discovery of what brings joy, what brings happiness, what are you worthy of, that you are worthy of everything. So the challenge is allowing yourself to have the quiet space to work in. to do the inner light. You know, Cancer, you are so nurturing and giving to other people. And sometimes you will fill up your calendar so much that you don't have time for yourself. So for instance, I do this work, right? And my calendar right now is so full with multiple different things that I took on that I realized this morning I should have said no to a few things that I didn't. And I'm feeling pretty overwhelmed. And this morning when I woke up, I wanted to meditate and I couldn't quiet myself enough to do it because I kept thinking about my to-do list. And so instead of doing meditation this morning, I got up and I wrote out a calendar, a detailed calendar of everything I have to do down almost to the minute for the next 7 days. That is a little stressful. And so honestly though, I would take things off of that calendar, except that I know that 9 days from now, I'm going to be sitting on a beach for several days by myself, allowing me to do this. And so for me, it's worth it. It's a trade-off. But where in your world are you not creating the quiet time? That's the challenge. And so yes, this week I can't. Just like you'll have weeks where you can't, right? The kids need this, your spouse needs that, you know, you have this obligation at work, this deadline that has to be met. That stuff happens. And I mean, that's life, right? But it's about bringing it back to balance. And so your challenge for the next 6 years is that as you're doing all this stuff, are you willing to let enough stuff go so you can create some time to do your inner spiritual growth and work? Because you are becoming something that you don't have to share with the rest of the world. You don't have to explain to them. But you know in your heart that you are having this growth, you are having this self-awareness, you are having this development that is really benefiting you and by extension those around you. Because when we are a better version of ourselves, it's like this energy that just filters out to everyone, right? And so that's why it's always important to take care of yourself. And so having that vision of what it is that you really want and creating the quiet space in which to get it. Boy, this cardinal's been a busy card today. All right, so again, I really invite you over to Facebook where we're working with Venus from now until the 1010 gateway. Because when you have the cardinal showing up, this is that energy of the heart space, of courage and confidence. This is roots and wings, because all that red, that's like the root chakra, but the cardinal has wings to fly. And this is courage and this is confidence. This is roots and wings kind of energy. It says stand tall and proud and see the leadership role unfolding before you. You are discovering something really important about yourself. And this new moon is opening up the opportunity for you to go on this journey. And yeah, it's a long journey. Okay? It's a long journey. But there will be milestones along the way and moments. And I really encourage you to collect the joy and the happiness like a big bouquet all the way along the way. Stop and smell the roses, create the balance. And yes, there are times when we give ourselves a really full plate where we go, ooh, wait a minute, and where we have to say no. So like, for instance, I do personal readings, but I closed my books today until the middle of July when I can breathe. So I have whoever's on my calendar is on my calendar, but that's it until then because I'm full. And so at some point we all have to call it, right? We have to call it. I got to see if these two are also for you. Give me a moment here, please. There. Okay. So your advice. Which one though? Which one? I'm reading this one though, right? Okay. So when I was looking at this full moon, I wrote myself a note that says, pressure to pick a path, even though the way forward is unclear, we need to trust. Right? And you have here the card of purification. This is, can you take a little bit off of your plate? Are you willing to do this create some space, because look, the purification, the releasing of some stuff to let it go, the sunflower has many seeds. And so actually you create more abundance when you create more space for it to grow in. Pulling the weeds out of the garden, right? It allows the plants that you want to really have the space and the nutrition, from the nutrients from the soil to grow in. And so there's a need to create this quiet space for you on a regular basis to cleanse and clear your energy, to center and to ground. And so I really encourage you to make this a habit. I'm going to say weekly, Cancer, because I know who you are. Daily is great if you can do it. But if you will at least give yourself Sunday mornings or something like that, this time, you have the card of trust. And so here again, we have the water. We have rain coming in on this. We have the beach, yay, on the water, right? And this is trusting the cycles, the moon, right? That things are going to come in divine time, and the moon rules your sign. And so you are working, and actually the time master is Capricorn across the zodiac. We always balance each other out. And you're being asked to trust the cycles of time as things are moving and spinning on this great big cosmic clock that for some reason, 2030 is very important. 2030, 2032, it's like the clock is striking, right, on this energy coming in of Aquarius. So this is the one we're going to read, though. We have this leopard, the snow leopard. So again, it's water, only it's frozen and it's falling just like on the other ones. But this is about the focus. This is called focus. You can't read it because of the lighting. I'm sorry about that. But this is the focus. There is the mountain there. There's the path. And so, but that's also, it's like softly moving through. It's much like this hermit. It's like the focus on the quiet, the space, the taking time for yourself, the releasing and the letting go of what needs to. Letting the other stuff go to the side. So the snowy mountain peak represents transcendence and spiritual evolution. And this is a time of spiritual evolution for you. And a lot of what is changing within you, no one else is going to see, and they don't have to. It doesn't matter. They will see the result of it. They will see what's going on the outer, but you don't have to explain it to anyone. But this spiritual transformation is allowing you to manifest using that I am principle, by seeing clearly what it is that you want to become and claiming it for your own. My future is the ideal projection of what I envision now. Your ability to manifest through your focus and your attention on the dream, the goal ahead of you, but all the while there's a spiritual evolution that is happening for you. Mountains are destinations of spiritual pilgrimages. You may find yourself, over the course of the next 6 years, creating a spiritual pilgrimage to mountains. I don't like to bring myself into these readings this personally, but it tends to happen, so sorry about that. I literally just talked to a friend last week about there's the spiritual pilgrimage that I am taking in about a year or so. Well, actually, I think it's a year and a half from now, to some mountains. So there you go. So it isn't just me. I talked to another friend yesterday, and she's going on a spiritual pilgrimage this week. She's like, I got to go. I already made plans. It is happening. People are doing this. They're making the space. But everybody's feeling the call to come back to themselves, to take these pilgrimage. So if Cancer, if you have to create space in your life so that you can get away for that long weekend by yourself, whether it is just, it may not be to a mountain, but a mountain might exactly be what it is. But to that park, that getaway that's just you. Or go on a spiritual retreat with a group of women or men. There's all kinds of retreats out there. I think that everybody is really feeling the call. So answer the call. You definitely need to. So what you focus on is what you will pull in. right? My future is an ideal projection of what I envision now. What you focus on is what you will pull to you. So put your attention on that which is worthwhile and release what isn't, right? What is worthwhile and what isn't. Concentrate on one desire. Direct your attention to one thing. That doesn't mean you are doing all the other stuff. But what is that one thing that you really want to do? Focusing on that, using this new moon to really place your energy into that focused area. When your thoughts and actions are unfocused, it dilutes and diminishes your forward movement. So the new moon in Gemini, Gemini has like the squirrel energy where it's constantly thinking about different things all the time, which is very interesting and entertaining and fun to be around. This new moon is asking you to pick one of those things, though. One. And that is a seed that you are planting. Not to plant all the things that are coming in. Gather your inner resources with intensity and passion, go forward and upward. You will see results. This is also a card of spiritual transcendence and traveling to higher realms, so stay focused as you elevate your higher consciousness. You are close to heavenly results. So whether you are focusing on a very material thing you want to manifest, and that means that you need to create space in your busy schedule to focus on that every day for a couple of hours to really work on something, or if it is your spiritual growth and development and you have to create the space where you're like, I need this time. Whatever it is, it's your journey, your personal thing that you want to do, that you are evolving right now and you are being carried along in this energy of water that is allowing you to purify and release that which doesn't serve you, to discover that thing that is really of value to you, whatever that one thing is. But he is focusing on that one diamond in his hand, not whatever's in his pan. And you've got to be able to do that with some one thing. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right, you guys take really great care. Again, I invite you over to Facebook. Do astrology every day. We're going to be working with Venus for the next 4 months. And I do personal readings. My calendar is really full, as I said, but I have spots for the middle of July or the middle of August. So if you'd like one of those, send me an email so I can get you on my calendar before that fills up too. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you soon.